Have you ever been told that the blue whale is the largest living creature on Earth? Everyone repeats this fact as if it were a universal truth. Teachers say it in school. Documentaries repeat it again and again. The image is always the same. A massive blue whale leaping out of the water, dwarfing everything around it. But what if I told you that this belief is wrong? What if I told you that the true largest living thing on the planet is hidden underground, almost invisible to the naked eye, and it is not an animal at all? Stay with me until the end of this story, because what you are about to hear will completely change the way you look at life on Earth. The blue whale is indeed massive. It can reach up to 100 feet in length and weigh as much as 200 tons. Just one of its tongues can weigh as much as an elephant. Its heart is the size of a small car, and when it beats, you could hear it from miles away if you were close enough in the water. This is the creature that dominates our imagination when we think of the largest. But here's the twist. The blue whale, impressive as it is, does not even come close to the true champion of size on Earth. That champion belongs to something you probably step over every single day without even noticing. Let me take you to a forest in Oregon, in the United States. At first glance, this forest looks ordinary. Trees stretch toward the sky, sunlight filters through the branches, and the ground is covered with leaves. But beneath that ground lies something extraordinary. A living network that spreads far beyond what your eyes can see. Scientists discovered it almost by accident, and what they found shocked the world. They uncovered a single living organism that stretches across nearly 4 square miles. To put that into perspective, imagine almost 3,000 football fields connected together, all belonging to one single being. This organism is not an animal. It is not even a plant. It is a fungus. More specifically, it is a species called Armillaria, also known as the honey fungus. What makes it mind-blowing is that this fungus is not just scattered pieces. It is one single, continuous individual, sharing the same genetic identity, all connected underground by an endless web of root-like structures called rhizomorphs. Think of it like the internet. Billions of devices are connected through invisible signals, forming one massive network. The honey fungus is nature's version of that, but instead of connecting computers, it connects itself. A single organism, quietly expanding under the soil, feeding, spreading, and living for thousands of years. Scientists estimate that the Armillaria in Oregon is at least 2,400 years old. Some even argue it could be over 8,000 years old. Can you imagine? While civilizations rose and fell, while empires came and went, this fungus was silently growing, undisturbed, hidden beneath the forest floor. Let's pause for a moment. A blue whale might stretch 100 feet. That's enormous. But the honey fungus stretches nearly 4 miles. The difference is so absurd that calling the whale the largest feels almost like a joke once you know the truth. And here's the fascinating part. The fungus is not just size. It has weight too. Scientists estimate its mass could reach thousands of tons, far outweighing any whale that ever existed. Now, you might be wondering, if it's so big, why don't we see it? That's where the mystery deepens. Most of the honey fungus lives underground, as thin, dark filaments weaving through the soil and tree roots. Above ground, it only reveals itself in small clusters of mushrooms that appear for a short time, often unnoticed by hikers or visitors. People might walk past it, kick at a mushroom, and never realize they just touched the tip of the largest organism on Earth. This discovery forced scientists to rethink what it means to be an individual. When you look at a blue whale, it's easy. You see one body, one animal, one life, but when you look at the honey fungus, it seems like many pieces spread out. Yet genetically, it is one. It's as if the forest floor hides a single giant creature wearing 1,000 disguises. Now, here's a story that makes this even more fascinating. When researchers first studied the honey fungus, they collected samples from different parts of the forest. They assumed they were dealing with many separate fungi living side by side. But when they compared the DNA, every single sample matched. It was one individual. Imagine their surprise. They thought they were studying neighbors. In reality, they were studying different parts of the same being. It's like meeting two people and later finding out they are identical twins, except multiplied thousands of times across miles. And this raises questions that go beyond science. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be an individual? Are we really so different from this fungus? After all, our own bodies are networks too. Trillions of cells, each with its own job, working together, sharing the same DNA. In a way, we are walking forests of cells, just like the honey fungus is a forest of filaments. But let's not forget the practical side. The honey fungus is not just a curiosity, it is also a killer. It invades tree roots, stealing nutrients, weakening forests, and sometimes destroying entire patches of woodland. So, while it holds the crown as the largest living thing, it also acts as a silent predator beneath our feet. Imagine a creature the size of a city, feeding on trees without anyone noticing. It sounds like something from a science fiction story, but it is happening right now. The blue whale and the honey fungus could not be more different. Yet they both show us extremes of life. One rules the oceans, visible, majestic, inspiring awe as it surfaces and splashes. The other hides in silence, underground, ancient, connected, invisible to most eyes. One dominates our imagination, the other dominates reality. Now picture this. The next time someone confidently tells you the blue whale is the largest living thing, you will know the truth. You can smile and ask, "Are you sure about that?" Then you can tell them the story of the hidden giant in Oregon, the honey fungus that makes whales look small. And this is why curiosity matters. We think we know the answers. We think some facts are settled, carved in stone. But science keeps reminding us that the world is stranger, bigger, and more surprising than we ever imagined. What else might be out there waiting to be discovered? Maybe another hidden giant, maybe something even stranger, something that will once again rewrite what we think we know about life. Before we finish, let's bring the idea full circle. The blue whale will always remain iconic. It is still the largest animal ever known. But the title of largest living thing? That belongs to a quiet, unassuming fungus that most people would ignore. A lesson from nature that the biggest is not always the loudest, the most visible, or the most obvious. Sometimes the true giant lives in silence, right under our feet. So, here's my challenge for you. Next time you walk in a forest, look down. Think about the hidden networks beneath the soil. Think about the silent giants that have been alive for thousands of years, while human history unfolded above them. And remember, the world is always more mysterious than it seems. If this story surprised you, share it with someone and watch their reaction. Most people will argue at first. They will swear the whale is the largest. That's the beauty of curiosity. It breaks assumptions and opens new doors. And if you want to keep discovering the hidden truths of our planet, subscribe now. Because here, curiosity will always shine.